Here at Sports Hubs, when we deal with synthetic turf, we're looking at a system. So we're looking at how all the components together work to perform for the athlete. We build the samples up and then we test them. We're testing them for a variety of impacts to make sure an athlete can run across them with the force reduction, the vertical deformation and energy restitution to sort of see how the foot interacts with the surface. We're also looking at rotational resistance, so when an athlete's making a plant and turning their foot, how much resistance is there. Along with head impact, so we're looking at the head injury testing to make sure a player, when they fall on it, it is a safe surface to fall onto, along with the G-Max testing as well. And then we take it a step further here in the lab itself, and we actually look at the quality of materials. So we're actually trying to make the system, or in this case the synthetic turf, be destroyed. So we're looking at the tough wood draw, how much strength does it require to get the yarn out of the turf? How long is the system going to last? So we build a system up and we put it into a machine that's called the Lisport XL, and we try to simulate 8 years of wear on that turf system. That 8 years is a very aggressive test. It's trying to destroy the turf, and we're trying to find out, is that turf going to last in the real world? There is another device called the Lisport Classic, as we sort of refer to it. That was what was used in the previous incarnation of that device. It's not as aggressive as the current device, and that's why we would encourage people to look at the Lisport XL over the classic Lisport. We also do UV and heat testing. UV is as looking at how long that yarn's going to last in the field, like with the weathering conditions. So we're looking at sunlight, water. So we're trying to make that yarn perform to its ability. We want to see the difference in the colours of the yarn. So colours do perform differently between themselves. So we're trying to make sure it doesn't matter what colour field you get, it's going to last, which is very important. A hot topic is heat off a turf surface, so we're trying to determine what systems are cooler than others. A lot of people come out and look at just components of the field and say that this is what's going to cool the field. We look at the system, so we're looking at all the materials together working to make sure that system is cool overall, or what its cooling capabilities are. So we put a sample into a heat chamber, we can control the airflow around it. We have the heat lamps set to a certain height above it, and we're recording it constantly for 3 hours, measuring the constant heat of that surface. The tough withdrawal, or tough bind as it's sometimes called, is testing how strong the yarn is, or the tuft has been manufactured into the backing. We don't want that to be too low, because then once the field is installed, you're going to see a lot of fibre loss. So we do want some sort of strength there to that. We're testing the tough bind to make sure a turf system or a turf product is going to last and the field's not going to shed its turf. Investing in testing, in our opinion, is crucial. We need to verify materials and performance and systems before they get installed, because once they've been installed, there's no going back. And the last thing anybody wants is a failure in a field and having to try and work through what's gone wrong and who's at fault. So we want to try and verify that before it happens. So that's why it's crucial, and great companies invest in this testing and this research before they go to market.